Yeah, good morning. Today's session, Unit 1 Introduction. In today's session, we'll see human nervous system versus neural network. Yeah, first we'll see the human nervous system. In our human nervous system, having three stages. One is a brain, represented by neural network. It is a central to the system and it continuously receives the information and it stores the information and makes appropriate decision. This is the first stage, our brain. Then second one is receptor, which converts the input signals, that is stimuli from our human body or external environment, into the electrical pulses that convey the information to the brain. That is what the receptors operation. Then effectors, which converts the electrical impulses generated by the human brain into the responses as an output. First stage is human brain, second one is receptor, third one is effector. So already I said human brain is a central system. It receives the signal and stores the information and it takes appropriate decision. Receptor is nothing but a yes. It is recognizing the signals from the outside environment. Example, if somebody is touching or if you are having a listening some sound or any smell, all this input signals, stimuli from the outside environment converted into electrical impulses through the receptors. Then effectors convert those electrical impulses generated by the brain into the response output. Okay, that is what the effectors. Yeah, this is the block diagram of our nervous system, human nervous system. Now we'll see the power of our human brain. The human brain approximately having 10 billion neurons in our human cortex, that is compared to tens of thousands of processor in the most powerful parallel processors, parallel computers in today's world. So our human brain is having 10 billion neurons, but normal powerful parallel computer is having only tens of thousands of neurons. So see the power of our brain. Then next thing is each biological neurons connected to the several thousands of other neurons. So as I said, our neural network is obviously interconnection of neurons, but in our human brain, it is connected. Each node, each neuron is connected to the several thousands of other neurons. Then see the communication between the neurons. So that's why the response also very quick and we are taking the decision very quickly. Then a typical operating speed of our biological neuron measured in millisecond, while a silicon chip we can measure the operating speed in nanoseconds, 10 power 9 seconds. But in our brain, 10 power minus 3 seconds only. So very fast compared to silicon chip. And also energy efficient. Human brain is consuming 10 power minus 16 joule per operation per second, whereas the best computer in the world consumes 10 power minus 6 joules per operation per second. So see the power of our human brain. These are the various characteristics of human brain. This is very important. Uh, we can expect some 2 marks from this. Okay. Yeah. Next, this is the component of neuron. So our neural network, how it is mimics the human brain. You can understand from this picture. See here, these tree-like structures are called dendrites. Okay. So these dendrites are observing the signals from the outside environment. As I said, if somebody is touching or if you are feeling some smell or if you are listening some sound, these input signals are received at the dendrite point and it is coming to the synapses. Then synapses sending the signal to the cell body called soma. Then from soma, the signal is transferred to the another neuron with the help of axon trunk. So this is the interconnection pipe. The signals are transmitted from one neuron to another neuron with the help of axon trunk. Then the another neuron again interconnecting the um, signal to the some other neurons, or it is predicting some output it is giving as a response. Okay. So now see one by one. The new nervous system composed of more than 10 billion cells known as neurons. A neuron is a cell in the nervous system. Okay. What is the function of neuron? It receives and transmits the information. Yes, exactly good. Then cell body or soma, which contains the nucleus of the cell and keeps the cell alive. Then, as I said, the branching, uh, like yeah, branching shape things are called as a dendrites, which collects the information from the outside environment and pass the information to the soma. Okay. Then from soma to other cells, we are transferring information with the help of axon trunk, segmented fiber. Okay. One cell to another cell. The connection between one cell to another cell is known as axon trunk. Then synapses, neuron to neuron connection. So this synapses collecting the information from neuron to neuron and it is sent to the brain. Immediately the brain is analyzing the signal and it is giving us a response to the another cell. Okay. So this is the entire picture of human nervous system and neural networks. And this is the organization of our human brain. Our human brain is having four different type of organization. The first one is neural microcircuit, which is the assembly of synapses organized into a pattern of connectivity to produce the functional operation. Okay. So say assembly of synapses to produce the functional operations known as neural microsystem. And we have a local microsystem in our brain that is a group of neuron with similar properties. Okay. So if somebody is touching you, that particular area is having similar neurons. It is capturing the signal and it is performing some operation on the signal and it is send the signal to the brain. That is local circuit and interregional circuit pathway like axon trunk or one cell to another cell. That is interregional circuit pathway called topographic maps. These are the different parts of our brain to pass the information to one cell to another cell, that is interregional circuit. Then topographic maps are organized to respond incoming sensor information. Topographic maps. Okay. Yeah, this is the cross section of our human brain. So you can just see the picture. You cannot go into deep into this because understanding the human brain is very complex. Okay. So this is the cross section of human brain. We are having different neurons and synapses. These parts are mentioned here. Okay. So finally, the history of neural network, artificial neural network, when it is emerged, yeah, 1943, the neural network is emerged by, proposed by, yeah, McCulloch and Pitts. And 1949, Hibbs published a book uh, by proposing learning rules. Yes. And in 1958, Rosenblatt introduced the simple single layer neurons called perceptrons. So 1958 itself, we have a perceptron concept. And 1969, Minsky and Pepper introduces again the perceptron and the limitations of single layer perceptron and a hibernation. In 1982, off-field network. In 1982 again, Cohen developed a self-organizing map. And 1986, backpropagation, multi-layer perceptron emerged in 1986. In 1990, radial basis function neural network was developed. In 2000s, nowadays 2000s, we are having neural networks and support vector transmission. And recently, we have a transformers and various deep learning models also. Okay. So that's all about the today's session. Just recall the session. Our today's session is human nervous system versus neural networks. Human nervous system, three stages. One is brain, receptors, and effectors. Then human brain characteristics. It is having 10 billion neuron and 10 power minus 3 millisecond and millisecond operating speed and energy consumption 10 power minus 16 joules per operation per second. And components of neural networks, yes, dendrite and synapses. Dendrites are collecting information and sent to the synapses. Synapses are sending the information to the soma, that is cell body. Then from cell body to another cell, the information is passed via axon trunk. This is the way the information is passed one cell to another cell and it is reaching the brain. And finally, the brain is taking the decision with the help of four different region. One is neural microsystem and local circuit and interregional circuit and topographic maps. And finally, the brief history of artificial neural network. The artificial neural network starts in 1943. Nowadays, we are still having some research on neural network. That's all. Thank you. Thank you, Mona.